Roderick Wayne Moore Jr., aka Roddy Ricch, born October 22nd, 1998. Today's feature from 2018 to 2020 was one of, if not the hottest young talents in hip-hop. His hit song The Box was the #1 hip-hop and R&B song in the country, spending 11 months at the #1 spot. That same song also went diamond, selling more than 10 million copies and has almost 500 million views on YouTube. On a streaming service like Spotify, 1.5 billion streams. His debut album also did well, going 2 times platinum, and gave Rowdy his first #1 album on his very first try. In that span, he has 8 platinum selling songs, totaling 22 million records sold and a double platinum album. It's safe to say that royalties, streams, and views alone will have Roddy doing just fine for the rest of his life financially. But of course, the conversation of what happened to him lately has nothing to do with his financial future or what he did almost 4 years ago. It's more about, was he able to sustain those numbers or his influence in rap and hip-hop culture, and will he be able to going forward? As of right now, Roddy Ricch is being categorized as having fell off since his peak, and as hip-hop culture, mainly its fans, move today, probably won't see those kind of numbers again. The game is moving too fast, and everyone coming out now sounds almost exactly the same. Roddy Ricch sometimes to me can also sound like different pieces of other artists himself. We live in a sheepish culture of follow the leader, especially when it comes to music. The viral era of once you become hot or viral for anything, the majority join in together to push you as the moment's greatest thing ever. It's a beautiful thing where anyone can become a star overnight. At the same time, there's no longevity in it because part of what made you hot is you being something new that fans can cling on and feel they are your biggest fan. As soon as the newer guy comes in with your same flow, style, subject matter, but a different look or charisma to him, then it's your turn to move aside and now you become old news. Today's fans also have an historically short attention span and are glued to things like Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok that's built their entire business model behind the page refresh. Literally in seconds you can find new pictures, videos, opinions, new attractive face, even rapper, and the cycle continues 7 days a week, 24/7. This could explain the journey of Roddy Ricch precisely. It's not him that fell off, it's because he didn't play the fan game well enough and now they have lost attention. That, along with these reasons, many think Roddy Ricch went cold. What happened? Let's talk about it. It's your boy JC, Stunted Growth Music. Let's get it. Take a minute to like, subscribe, and comment on who I should do next. Roddy Ricch was born in Compton, California, and like most from the area, jumping off the porch means choosing a side in a gang that can have lifelong consequences, good or bad. Not to mention very dangerous, risking your life and freedom. He and another Compton rapper, Kendrick Lamar, actually have a lot in common as they both attended the same church growing up, and when asked about Roddy Ricch later, Kendrick said that he always knew Roddy would be some kind of star on the stage. His singing talent was that noticeable, but his environment was strong enough to lead him astray and to jail. It was in there he realized he had to make a way for himself in music and take things more serious. He released the Feed the Streets mixtape and a few songs to SoundCloud in 2017, including FIU and Chase the Bag, that put him on the map. Dallas Martin, Senior Vice President of A&R at Atlantic Records, saw Rowdy's FIU video and invited him to the studio, where he was further blown away by his work ethic and focus. He signed him to Atlantic Records and introduced him to guys like Nipsey Hussle and Meek Mill, who tutored the young star on how to initially move through the game. Stunt number 1, self-cooling. With the support of a major machine like Atlantic Records, an A&R that believes in you, and some of hip-hop's biggest rappers, Roddy took off in 2018. He released Die Young, one of his biggest songs and one that gained a lot of fans across the world. That song eventually went 2 times platinum, along with every season that went platinum, leading into a second installment of the Feed the Streets mixtape, his first released to streaming platforms. That mixtape went gold. 2018 was a great year for Roddy, seeing where he came from to get there, but 2019 was even better. He was on fire and everything he dropped went platinum or did well, even his featured songs like Racks in the Middle with Nipsey, Ballin' with Mustard, The Woo, and Rockstar with Da Baby. He also received his biggest look being featured on the cover of XXL as a part of their freshman list. December that year, he dropped his debut album, which his fans swear a classic, and one song in particular, The Box, blew up on the internet and took Roddy to another level. It's one thing if you can make cool music and create a buzz, but when you can make a worldwide hit, things start to change, and in the peak of that song, Roddy was the biggest thing in the game. At least that's probably what he felt like. But being popular does not give you longevity, especially for a new artist with one album. Most of 2020, Roddy Ricch took a cooling off period in hopes it would make his fans hungry for him again. Instead, they just moved on. Maybe that would have worked in the 2000s, but nowadays fans move on by the month. He says he was giving himself time to experience life, but when you become that big, it's really not about you to your fans anymore. Not giving them what they want consistently, at least until you're solidified in the game, can mean to them you went cold or fell off, and that's exactly how the fans reacted. They also expect you to come back much better than you were. After The Box, who could come back from that? Not many. His second album released in 2021 and peaked at 4 on the charts and hasn't even went gold, compared to album 1 that went platinum. Stunt number 2, Oversaturation of That Sound. My least favorite thing about rap today is 90% of it all sounds either the same or in one of the popular lanes. Here's 2 lanes rappers fall in nowadays, and it's almost embarrassing that hip-hop has come to this. The first lane, the harmonizing rapper, selling the pain he's allegedly seen that he's now traumatized by. Whether true or not, I don't care. It was cool when 1 or 2 guys did it, but now it's just annoying and complainish to me. Go get a therapist. I don't want to hear you crying about what happened to you or your homies in the streets. You knew what it was before you got there. With that said, today's rappers know it's trendy, so they all got a PTSD story, and it's just too many to even care. Second lane, the drill rapper. You know, the guy that uses his 16 to catch a RICO charge after he did everything from hawking a guy down, standing over him, killing him, but not to worry because he was masked up and had on full designer or something identifiable. Every word is murderous, all the while 30 other rappers have the same cadence, same flow, even from the exact same place. Same dance moves and same antics to create clout. The murder on wax rapper may be the single worst thing to happen to the young black community. All they hear is Young Boy and Dirk and others rap about crime life, but never seen Dirk or Young Boy kill anyone. They decide in order to be like Dirk, they have to create a thorough pass, which means they have to really do these crimes, so when they get on as a rapper, they become respected. They then throw their life away, and you know what's next, free him, right? Roddy to me falls in lane number 1, the harmonizing pain rapper from the streets supposedly, and wants to use his music to tell us all about it. So many rappers came along and has been around with that style, making longevity impossible if you're not the best at it, or most controversial doing it. Roddy is neither. Stunt number 3, supposedly being exposed.
you ain't from the hood. You ain't been to the hood.
You saying I'm not from the hood? Who's saying I'm not from the hood? You saying I'm not from the hood?
Change the tone of your voice, bro.
Fuck all that. Look, check this out, bro.
Yeah, all right.
You ever touched $1 million? I'm false flagging, nigga. I got put on my hood and I was over there. Every video until Antisocial was in the hood. The label, Julie Greenwald, called us and told us we doing too much in Compton, nigga. We gotta go and do videos everywhere else, nigga. That's what happened, nigga.
Yeah, bro. We ain't talking about no motherfucking industry shit. We were talking about real street shit, my
nigga. Listen. I done made $20 million in a year. You think I'm about to be posted up with you, nigga?
Ain't nobody said you had to be posted up with me,
what
nigga.
The fuck is you talking about?
The last thing a street rapper wants is to be exposed that's not really from the streets. One thing that happened earlier in 2022 was Rowdy having to defend his street honor in a clubhouse clown show in which a street guy apparently was trying to say Rowdy was never put on the streets and isn't from the neighborhood he claims.
Hey, what's going on, man? They say Soulja ain't from the hood. Hey, they say Soulja ain't from the hood. Get off me though. Oh, man, that's like me though. What's happening?
Of course, Rowdy had his rebuttals as to why he was from the streets, and honestly, I like how he handled himself, at least what he was trying to say. Basically, if you've never been rich and the representative of everyone making money because you became rich, then you don't understand the juggling of business and the streets. The internet guy cares about Rowdy really being on the block when Rowdy is telling him that he's too rich to do that, and I agree 100%. The problem comes with Rowdy even addressing him at all and stooping to that level. Much less his tone and temperament that doesn't make him appealing to businesses that may want to work, especially knowing he's defending him really being a gangster. Not a huge growth stunt, but one I think he should have left alone. All in all, Roddy Ricch is a good rapper who had great success, and now he's expected to live up to an image of him the internet created. When he took a break, the internet moved on and he fell into a negative light. He still has talent, I just wish his songs weren't so trendy in subject matter and he could have somehow evolved from what everyone else is doing. Salute, much respect, but for these reasons, I think his growth was stunted. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth Music, and I'm out.